Hey everybody, I'm Tanya from Twisted Heart Puppet Works. Recently I got an email from City Heights Puppet Project asking different puppet artists to show off their workspace. So I thought I would give you guys a tour of the Twisted Heart Puppet Works studio, aka the garage at the Jaeger Manor. So come on, let's do it. So in its entirety, this is the controlled chaos that is my workspace and my studio. Got a nice view of the carport and across the street neighbors' houses. But let's take a little bit closer look at what's going on here. This particular shelf is the most visited shelf, I think, in my whole garage, particularly this one spot. As you can see, we've got a couple of different puppets hanging around. There's always puppets hanging around. I am a shadow practitioner, so lots of different light sources you'll see kind of all around, right? A bunch of different light sources. But this might look like something that is a little bit of a mess, but there is a kind of a method to it. So painting stuff over here, electrical stuff. In the back we have glue. There's molding and clay supplies here, sewing supplies. Here's all the Sharpie bits and things for cutting. Rods are kept back in through there. And then anything for adhesives, glue and tape and all kinds of stuff. And I've got a Dremel down here. So yeah, this is the most visited spot, I would say, when things actually really start going. Coming away from this particular shelf, we've got a lot of other interesting things. Here's some cool Norse Viking ship puppets, and here's Philip the goat, who always hangs out with me. I love Philip, he's awesome. And then, yeah, we have the whole kind of like color center. This is where I keep all my color acrylic paints and spray paints for larger jobs. There's the big cat face, always looks around. Got the trusty lighting truss for shows that we do in the backyard. Again, more puppets all over the place. Puppets. And oftentimes just like big bags or bins like this that have a bunch of different shows in them that I've done in the past, you know, just waiting to be pulled out again and dusted off and looked at, right? So also we've got a whole bunch of fabrics and stuff in through here. Furs, I love working with fur, so fabric, furs, and leather. Also this entire dresser chest is filled with fabric as well. Okay, so if we take our attention to the very center of the garage, I've got a setup right now that this is kind of like a standard setup for when I work with shadow puppetry. It's a small theater, and you can see I'm working out a little scene right now, just kind of playing around with some movement tests. I have been movement testing this one particular character because I'd really like to do something with her in the very near future. So I'll show you what the front side of this looks like. It's very basic. So super basic. You can kind of see the shadows. And then from here, I've got another work table that I'm working with my Shadows for One. Here's my Shadows for One frame, which is a much smaller screen for doing shadows. And the bits of my Vodnik piece just kind of all over the place with more waiting to be created. So that's a really nice workspace. And then over here, I have the pile o' cardboard. The pile of cardboard that is very deep and very big because I love doing giant puppets. And I'm hoping soon that I get to start work on Viking Festival puppets, and basically it would be sourced from all of this material, recycled material, because I love working with recycled material. So this is the studio. This is the garage. And I am aware that it's not, you know, that special to look at, but I'm also aware that there's a lot of other puppeteers out there who do way more than I do with much less space, and I'm really blessed to have this space. So one more space that I really want to show you is when we come out the back door of the studio and we come into the backyard area of my home. This is our amazing backyard. There's my yurt. I hang out there a lot and do videos from there. And there's a fire pit. And this is the Lautka stage. Lautka in Czech language means puppet stage. So this is the puppetry stage. And we clear the patio furniture off of here and do a lot of really great work on here, and invite people to basically bring their lawn chairs and set up all in the lawn. And we can fit about 60 people back here comfortably. And it's really great. It's super fun. And I'm really missing, now that the weather is getting super nice, being able to do more shows. But social distancing, and hopefully as that relaxes, we can get some more shows going back here. Okay, so lastly, we were asked to talk about who our influencers are, or who really inspires us on a regular basis in our work. You know, there's a ton of things and people and music and other art that inspires me, but there's some really key people, I think, that I see on a regular basis, or just have floating around in my brain on a regular basis. So really great puppeteers like Richard Bradshaw from Australia, Ronnie Burkett from Canada, Heather Henson with Ibex Theatre, Catherine Fahey, amazing. And then there's really awesome builders and puppeteers like Matt Scott from Rasputin's Marionettes, Jeffrey Cormier, the insanely gorgeous work that comes from Handsome Devil Puppets and Deadeye Dolls out of Scotland, Dust Moon Puppets, really amazing. And then the entire Froud family, Toby Froud, every Froud I think ever born, is a total inspiration to me. And then great artists like that super talented and moody girl from Bat and Your Belfry, and then Brett Manning, gorgeous work. Not necessarily puppetry work, but stuff that I see on a regular basis that really influences the way that I look at my own artwork. So yeah, that's it. There's lots of stuff coming up. You know, with Twisted Heart Puppet Works, I'm working on shooting a couple more films for puppetry, since that's kind of like what we can do right now. I'm a live performer. I really love performing live, and so this is a whole new world for me, doing a lot of stuff on camera, but it is something that I wanted to eventually get into. And so I've been given the perfect opportunity with obviously a really nice space to do it in. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the future. Thanks.